They say those robots on the strip are running around with different faces or something. Don't ask, because I don't know. So you're the visitor I've heard some of the legionaries talking about. I haven't had the pleasure. I have crossed paths with Legate Lanius. He's the best the Legion has to offer, or so the legionaries say. Brute of a man. He killed one of my pack Brahmins simply because it was in his way. Shoot. No, sir. Not at all. They're my best customers. As long as you don't try to sell them chems or alcohol, Hell, I don't even need to travel with guards most of the time in Legion territory. All the bandits are dead. Between having to hire protection and getting slapped with taxes, it's more profitable to stick to Arizona and New Mexico. But I do cross the river from time to time when an opportunity comes along.
Hey.
The NCR took back Nelson. Maybe they can win this war after all.
What now? I appreciate the sentiment, but neither of us would make it out of here. I suppose you're right. I don't have... That's it. Oh, of course. Thank you. Thank you for everything. I'll never forget this.
Whoa! There you are.
I knew it. Retribution. can't wait until they let me fight.
Don't bother me. I'm training to become a full legionary.
I'm harsh on the children, but they'll be excellent legionaries.
Please, leave me alone.
So I'm quite proud of them.
Move along.
The mechanical dog you have with you. Where did you get it? I ask because Lupa? Yes, she's the mother of a lot of our... It took years for Caesar to conquer Lanius' tribe, and Caesar showed mercy to the survivors, allowing them to join the Legion. Had the positions been reversed, Caesar would be dead. Lanius is called the Monster of the East. We breed them mostly, but sometimes we get some good ones from Denver. That whole city is... Been doing it since I was a boy. The mongrels know to listen up when... When the Legion showed up, we fought. Most tribes did. Hangdogs hung out longer than most. So we gave up. Our elders couldn't... Caesar was impressed enough to conscript us. Use our skills... What? I've been around dogs all my life. They're my life. Always were. All the way back when I was a tribe. Dogs roamed that city. Our tribe made peace with them. Thought they... Then the Legion came. Good thing, too. Stronger now. Don't need the...
You must enter Caesar's tent alone. Anyone else must remain outside. You must enter Caesar's tent. You must enter Caesar's tent.
Should have brought something to read.
Move along.
The new slave girls are quite beautiful.
Caesar awaits. You can speak with me later.
You're the courier who caused so much trouble for my legion, and yet you dare come before me. All the bribes I sent to the Omertas ended up buying me nothing. The garrison I established at Nelson has been wiped out. So tell me this, because I really want to know. I am feared, with good reason. But you, of all people, dare to come here and stand before me, the mighty Caesar. What were you thinking? Maybe I should have you struck blind so my face is the last sight you ever behold. Look, you do know why I wanted to meet you, right? A man nearly kills you, so you track him across the breadth of the Mojave? You arrive on the strip and waltz into the Lucky 38 like someone left you a key under the doormat? You assassinate the head of the chairman in his own casino and get away with it? Then something happens to Mr. House's robot, some kind of military upgrade? When you set your mind to something, you get results. I like that. The question is, are you ready to get started? I have eyes and ears everywhere. It behooves me not to invade the West blind and deaf. It hasn't been hard to track your progress. It's not as though you've been keeping a low profile. The time is fast approaching when my Legion will assault the Great Dam and invade the West. Before that happens, I want Mr. House knocked out of the game. A quick 1-2 punch, with you doing the punching. Down the hill, at the west edge of camp, is an old building. It was here when the fort was taken in 2277. Inside the building is a hatch. And inside that hatch are 2 steel doors that bear the sigil of the Lucky 38 casino. Now that same sigil is on the platinum chip you were carrying. Isn't that interesting? Even more interesting, there's a slot about the same size as the chip on the console that opens the hatch. So you know what I think? I think the platinum chip opens those doors. Doors that can't be pried open, or drilled open, or blasted open. Because all that, I tried. I don't know, and I don't like not knowing. I know Mr. House built it. I'm thinking it's probably some kind of weapon that he can't activate from a distance. Yes, but then I'd have to kill them. You don't get it, do you? The weapons I wield are forged from blood, flesh, sinew, bone. Mortal stuff. Fragile, even. And yet my Legion obeys me even unto death. Why? Because they live to serve the greater good, and they know of no alternatives. House's machines, his technologies. What do they propose? The possibility of victory without sacrifice. No blood spilled, just rivets. That's not an idea to be put in circulation. If mankind's going to survive this moment in history, it needs warriors, not gadgets. I want you to destroy whatever you find in there. And then I want you to come back here and tell me about it. So go to the building and take this fucking platinum chip with you. My legionaries will meet you there, with your weapons and equipment. Goodbye.
I suspect you'll be a valuable asset to the leader. To call Aneus ferocious would be an understatement. He thinks nothing of suffering losses, so long as the enemy suffers more. Though unsubtle, he is not dim. He detects traps. Be glad you will not have to face his judge. Ah, yes. We are forbidden from speaking his true name. He was a shaman of some kind before he met Caesar, a holy man from out of the Utah. The Burn Man proved dangerous, unpredictable, and impossible to kill. He helped Caesar form the Legion, but almost led it to destruction. There's a gambler, Martina Grosbeck, who has a knack for learning other people's secrets and passing that information along, for a price. The Omertas, who run Gomorrah, have become suspicious of Martina's frequent visits to their casino. Soon they'll pay her a visit of their own. Besides the gratitude of the Legion, don't worry, you'll be paid in coin or caps. I prefer to handle these matters. Good. Martina frequents the Vault 21 gift shop on the Strip. Hurry along, and she still may be in one piece.
It is a great honor for anyone outside the Legion. He's the best warrior in the Legion. A full legionary by the time he was 12. He's never... Had the Legate been in command during the Battle of Hoover Dam, the Legion would have won. I have no... No. Legate Lanius is Caesar's second. The Legate replaced the Burned Man after the Legion's defeat at the Dam several years ago. The Burned Man was Caesar's advisor and general when the Legion was originally formed. The Burned Man led us to a disastrous defeat at the Dam. On Caesar's orders, the Burned Man was covered in pitch by the Praetorian Guard, lit on fire, and cast into the Grand Canyon. Caesar has forbidden us from ever speaking his true name again, and so we simply refer to him as the Burned Man. It's a tradition in the Praetorians to specialize in unarmed combat, because weapons can break. However, our unarmed techniques favor offense over defense. When I was a boy, the Legion conquered my... I fought in many battles for the Legion. Eventually, girls and women were enslaved, and many of the men and boys were also chosen to become Legion. We were savages. The Legion raised us up, made us better than what we were. The NCR Rangers are the biggest threat. Caesar has taught us that over-reliance on firearms can only weaken us in the long run. It's why we train heavily with our blade. Unlike an NCR trooper, a legionary is always ready to fight, regardless of the circumstance. We had the numbers, but not the tactics. We relied too much on veteran legionaries for direction and leadership. And the Rangers... I've watched you move, and and just about every one of them is occupied. Not all at the same time, usually. This is also only one camp of many. You might have... We recently obtained an artillery weapon. The trader, Dale Barton, salvaged it from a... The best marksmen of the NCR are usually at the rear. The tribe calling themselves the Boomers is obsessed with such weapons, I've been told. You can probably find a spare firing mech... True to Kaisar.
The new slave girls are quite beautiful.
I'm looking forward to getting sent across the river.
Howdy, mister. I can't talk to you. I guess that's okay. I helped take care of the Brahmin. Anthony took Sergeant Teddy away and gave him to the stinky dogs. I kept him secret, but Thanks.
What? He's a story to frighten the younger legionaries. He's dead. No man, no matter how tough, could survive a fall into the Grand Ca- The stupid girl should know by now that even the rags on her back are a privilege. Tell you what, you square off with 4 of my best dogs. All right, 2 it is. I think they'll probably end up killing you. I trained them myself. Damn it! Take the bear. I can't believe... Your stuff is in the crate next to the arena entrance. Leave it there.
True to Kaisar. Degenerates like you belong on a cross.
Degenerates like you belong on a cross.
What?
Hi. Thank you.
Some of the slaves have
They'll never see the haymakers coming. No, sorry, I get distracted.
been spreading stories about the burned man again. You must enter Kaisar's tent.
If you're injured, I might have heal. What do you want to... A small town in New Mexico. 3 years and counting. If I could just get across the river, I'd... We're property. If you're too young or too old, then... I never finished my training. The Legion saw to that when they overran my... I do know basic first aid, but I've had to rely on tribal remedies. I'm always running low on Xanderroot. For sale? I'm a slave, not a merchant. I could give you some healing powder every day, but...
You're listening to the voice of the Legion on Imperium.
What about it? Do you have some...
Here's the latest report from the Mojave.
A vengeful spirit. Some of the more superstitious women claim. He was a great leader of the Legion before he failed Kaisar. The story says he was set on fire and thrown into the Grand Canyon, but his angry spirit rose from the ashes... Nonsense, probably, but there's no doubt that many in the Legion believe he's still alive some... The Legate is not a man to be crossed, especially if you're a woman.
Slaves aren't much of a challenge in the arena.
Watch yourself, profligate.
Move along.
Hello.
Howdy again. I'll wait.
Please, leave me alone.
Kaisar has permitted you to leave, but not with the platinum chip in your possession. The guard in the weather station will return the chip to you when you're ready for Kaisar's mission. Otherwise, we can return to Cottonwood Cove. Hey. Awe, are you ready?
Man. I thought those...
Thank you for visiting New Vegas.
Dancing makes me sweat all over.
Look, friend, don't get near me. You're too well respected for my business. Look, friend, don't get near me. You're too well respected for my business.
Pull my finger. Please. See Billy Knight, king of the one-liners, live at the Ace. One-liners, the epitome of comedy. Little, you know, like, is that your face or is a bowl of puke stuck in your collar? I tell you, you gotta.
Report any suspicious activity near the monorail.
Vegas at night is like nothing else.
This ain't your business. Walk off and forget you saw anything. Shit. Look, we're just following orders. We, need to take this up with the boss.
Thank you. They were going to kill me. I'll be fine. Eventually. I may have overheard some things at Gamora that I passed on to the... What? I only talked to Captain Curtis over at McCarran. I would never work at slavers. Honest. No. Well, not really. I mean, I'm not listening through doors or sneaking. The NCR likes to keep tabs on the activities of the families, and they pay me good caps to hang around the casino. It isn't normally. The NCR wanted me to just gamble. I do odd jobs here and there, usually helping Sarah keep the vault tidy. Too bad for me that the professional part isn't working out so good. But I love gambling, so I'm here to stay on the strip until they kick me out.
Who would have thought a place like this would exist?
Did you hear? Gamora's under new management.
If someone can blow up the monorail, I guess we're not safe even in the strip.
Our victory at Nelson's a worthy story to tell in my travels.
By order of Caesar, all visitors... True to Caesar.
True to Kaisar.
When will we receive the order to march? I'll go crazy if I don't kill something soon.
The mark of Kaisar protects you. Hey. Hold your tongue, wastrel.
I told you what you need to know. Now get moving.
Hold it right there. Don't you move. How the hell did you survive that bombardment? But I had you zeroed in the whole time. Move a muscle now. Then just stay where you are. Raquel will be here any second.
I'll take this from here. I'm Raquel, Master-at-Arms for the Nellis homeland. Mother Pearl, our eldest, wishes to speak to you. I oversee the security of the Nellis homeland, from the coordination of its defense to the training and fitness of its Confiscate your weapons? Certainly not. Personal armament is the foundation of social trust and responsibility. As I said, she is our eldest. Mother Pearl has lived at Nellis from the start, and has the wisdom. She said that this day would come, and that any savage to reach our gate... Follow close, and mind your behavior.
Welcome, child. Took your sweet time getting here, didn't you? I've been waiting a good 5 years for an outside... Those howitzers of ours aren't just for entertainment, child. Except you. There's something special about... Oh, so many ways. Small ones to begin with, so we can get used to what it's like to have a outsider around and about. Should that go well, maybe you can help in big ways, too. We'll have to see. You have to keep in mind that you're our first contact. Seclusion has kept us safe, but the world around us is changing. Neon lights in the distance, patrolling robots, soldiers. My youngers think our guns can keep out the world, but I think we need to let it in just a little, or become its victim. You're that little bit of the world, child. Welcome to Nellis. You picked a good time to stop by, for we're Raquel could use help with the bug problem. Doc Argyle has wounded he's tending to. And Loyal and Jack might be looking for help. Or you could just go see Pete at the museum and hear the story of our people. All you have to do there is listen. Come and go as you like, help or don't help, I leave it up to you. But I hope you'll show my youngers that not every outsider needs to be blown up.
If I die, take care of myself.
If you can't keep that thing under control, I will.
Hello.
How is your visit with our... I haven't heard anything. Each of the elders would appreciate it. Seek out Jack, Loyal. They are too rare and valuable to
Hello.
I know Mother Pearl is letting you wander Nellis as you please outside. Sorry, friend. We really don't have a need for wasteland. I have 3 patients here who are gravely injured fighting those giant ants in the generator. I've stabilized their wounds, but they're... If what you say is true... Yes, outsider? There's still patients in... That was some fine doctoring. I could learn a thing or two from you. Excellent treatment. I hadn't thought of that. I thought that man was done for, but you brought him around. Yes, outsider? Those men owe you their lives. Seems we could learn a thing or two from you savages, when it comes to medicine at least. Sorry, friend. I'm afraid medications are in short supply. Maybe you should seek medical treatment.
You're the outsider. Mother Pearl sent word that you'd be stopped. Over at the workshop, Loyal and Jack are always building something. The Loyal may not be too happy. Me? I know I seem kind of young. I was the apprentice keeper. Whiskey and landmines don't go together. So it's up to me. I bet you want to know everything about us. Wonderful. I'm sure you've noticed the mural on the wall of this hut. Shall I tell you what it all means? Excellent. Imagine you're the first outsider to ever hear our tale. Ages ago, long before I was born, we lived underground. Everyone had guns. But the Overseer wouldn't let us explode anything, not even a hand grenade. You're the outsider. Ages ago, long before I was born, we lived underground. Everyone had guns, but the Overseer wouldn't let us explode anything, not even a hand grenade. We left and wandered the wastes. There were savages with knives. We blew them up with frag mines and grenades, burned them with flamethrowers. It was neat, but there was a downside. For every 43.6 savages we killed, we lost one of our own. We needed a new home. We needed Nellis. Here we have prospered and multiplied. Here our mighty guns destroy any savages who might try to harm us before they can even reach our gates. Well, until... But... Not saying you want to harm us or you're a savage, but anyways. Nellis has revealed many secrets. It has taught us how to fly the bombers once based here, and it has taught us where to find one. And that is our story so far. For this last image is our future. To restore the bomber, to fly the open skies in armored safety, raining high explosive ordnance upon ignorant savages. This is our destiny. I'm pleased that you listened to the entire story. Perhaps there are details you'd like to know more about. Let me know. Hello. Hey. Now that you know the story of our... So you know about the vaults? Yes, we lived in one of those. Ours was numbered 34. In our vault, everyone had guns, but the Overseer wouldn't let you fire off any of the really fun ones. I guess all the little pops and... And at Nellis, we found it. We haven't detonated any atomic warheads since before I was born. Anything else you want to know? Several automatic warheads detonate here 100 years ago, leaving the base highly radio. The savages of the waste... That's exactly right. Anything else you want to know? Nellis is a completely self-sufficient community. We draw water... Thank you. Anything... You're right. They weren't here when we discovered Nellis. We found the guns at a huge... It took many weeks to drag the guns and their ammunition back to Nellis. And... Thank you so much. I'll be sure to pass... Anything... Once we restore power, we learned that some elaborate chairs we've been sleeping in were actually... We believe they were used to train combat pilots. We used them extensively. I alone have shot down over 500 Chinese Zion 85 fighters. Before you ask, I'm afraid there's no way you can be allowed to use this. That's beautiful. Yes, it's exactly like that. So, and if... Loyal found a file somewhere on the base. It seems that a bomber, apparently the 29th of its kind. The photograph shows that it was basically intact, and the map tells us exactly where... Yes. In fact, that's exactly what Loyal has planned. I wish everyone were just as interested in our story as you are. Don't get...
can't keep that thing under control. I will. So you're the outsider. Lived your... I always thought you savages probably spoke a different... Me? I work with Loyal. Loyal's a great man, but he's getting on in years. The man knows how to fix and build just about everything. If you help him recover the lady, I figure... Oh, I figure it's been a nice... Did I say that? Pearl will tell you when the time comes. Hey there. What I could use is some scrap metal. It may not sound exciting, but around here we have to recycle every rivet and plate. The other thing, you being from the outside and all, well... You think I'm handsome? There's an outpost near here. The signs say, Crimson Caravan? It seems like, well, every once in a while I watch the outpost through one of the spotter's binoculars. And sometimes it's like she's watching me back with her binoculars. Except... Oh, you can't miss her. She has short red hair and she's the most beautiful... You'd really talk to her for me? What if she gets blown up? Oh, geez. I better just... That would be amazing.
Hello.
Have you seen her? Like I said.
I hope Pearl knows what she's doing. If that's so, how about you look into... Nothing too complicated about it, but it's a long ways to walk my... You can't miss the array. It's on top of the gen... Are you talking about that damn bright light we've seen blast? If they've got the parts, bring them on back. We need to get the array back up and...
Mother Pearl's instructions are clear. You can move freely around. These are extraordinary. Long story short, the power failed a few days ago because I led a team down to exterminate them, but there were... Personally, I think it's more than a savage can handle. But... Sure, anyone can. But there... One other thing. The ants must... They exploded when hit by a flamethrower. One of us was using a laser pistol. Same thing. Bullets seem okay. Loyal's been working on some kind of weapon to use against them.
Have you seen her?
What is it, outsider? I started building a sonic emitter that might do the trick. Hot damn, you're right! It's a matter of... Just so happens I was testing it at 24,000 hertz. Signal's too high for people to hear, so no harm done. But it might...
Uh-oh. Hey!
I see the power's back on. Maybe Pearl is right about it. I'll tell Loyal to send someone down to clear out the eggs and...
If you can't keep that thing under control, I will.
I hear a troublesome... You should go talk to Blake or Alice. I watch all sorts of things with my... Nice-looking blonde boy? I always wondered if he was watching me back. What's he like? Oh, I've just got to meet him. This is so exciting.
You have done well. Well, she's with those traitors? They've tried to... This presents a bit of a problem. Jack isn't allowed to leave. I suppose Jack deserves a chance at love. Do not...
Have you seen her? She does? What happens next? Can she come here? Here, take this boomer outfit. I'll let the...
Hello again. How's your... I was hoping you would. There's one more thing. I have a work contract with the Crimson. Could you do just one more thing for me and talk to Alice McLafferty about it? I know if I...
Welcome back. Most merchant companies, successful merchant companies, the contracts keep employees around for a specific duration of time. Food, water, living quarters, medicine. Yes, and they have been for decades now. Food, water, living quarters, medicine, and clothes. Yes, and they have been for decades now. The hired hands know what they're signing up for. We don't hide anything with... That's because we are. We always pay up when the contract ends, though. Ah, yes. Her infatuation with a boomer, she's aware she's breaking her contract, which is undoubtedly why... Janet is free to leave, but she forfeits the wages she's... Being sentimental is not how I made the Crimson Caravan so successful. But I'll allow it, just this once. Janet will be paid...
Have you spoken with McLafferty? That's great.
Hello. It's great to finally meet you.
Hi there. It's great to meet you as well.
I'm glad you made it out here. You're even more stunning up close than you were at a distance.
And you're even more handsome up close. Do you think it'll be okay if I hang around here for a little while, so we can get to know each other better?
Of course it would. I'll have you set up with some quarters with some of the other women. Hey. Thank you for getting Janet to Nellis. Later.
Hello, outsider. An impressive piece of work. Bye.
I've heard that Securitrons are nastier than ever.
You have done well to earn. I believe the time has come for you to show your value in full. Find Loyal and ask him about...
Really?
Pearl sent word saying it's all right to... Ain't nothing A long time ago, long before the war that killed just about everything that ever lived, a bomber crashed not far from here. A bomber was a flying contraption that could drop explosives down on anything it flew over. This bomber crashed down in Lake Mead, pretty damn near intact. When we got to Nellis, see, there was another B-29 around here, part of a museum. Couldn't fly, but had... Since I was a young man, I've dreamed. It's at the bottom of Lake Mead. Simple. Attached. Here is a remote detonator. Once the ballast is attached to the plane... Maybe you don't understand. Hasn't been one of us, not a one, to set a foot outside Nellis. You come along with your knowledge of the outside. Good. Here's the deployable ballast. Go find the plane, attach the ballast, and hit. Might try holding your breath. If that doesn't sound good enough, talk to Jack. He was working on a rebreathe.
So we may see our dream of flight soon? I've never been so happy. I just need some parts from a pressure. That's a brilliant idea. Here you go.
Thank you for getting me here. Jack is a great guy.
It's going to be a dream come true once... That's tremendous. I'll transmit instructions to the robots to start packing... I just told you, the robots are going to handle it. They'll break the plane down into... Exactly. We'll be shelling an unoccupied location in outer Vegas. By the time they realize they aren't under attack, the kids wish we were shelling a real target, but Pearl thinks it's wise not to start up a war. Hey, I'd better get rolling.
I can't believe we may see the super fortress built in my lifetime.
Hey, anything going on? Hey there, mister. Mr. Cuddles is my... Oh, I remember now. I was...
Hello, friend. What you have done for us is a miracle. You are a trusted friend of us all. You may find one in the workshop. You're a friend to the tribe. Of course, my child. After all that you have done for us, we would... After all the training in virtual reality, the young ones would...
Welcome back, buddy.
Boy, the Mojave Wasteland is just a fascinating place, isn't it? You never know what's gonna happen next. I'd like to play something really special for you right now because you deserve it.
Another satis...
Evening.
Welcome, sir or ma-
By order of Caesar, all... Hey.
Are you okay? I don't know. Fine, I guess.
Hey.
You must enter Caesar's...
Should have brought something to read.
You must enter Caesar's...
Yes. Do you have... Well done. It will be very useful in the coming battle against the snipers the NCR will no doubt have hit.
Was there more for us to discuss? Excellent. Had you simply killed them, the Omerta... You've saved me the trouble of coming up with a more permanent solution. And Martina is free to go... Was there more for us to discuss? I know the captain well. The destruction... Of course, if the NCR were to hear of that, it would be obvious who told them.
Sure.
Aw, just...
True to Kaiser.
Hi, how are you today?
Awe, are you ready?